Thank you everyone.
We're here live for the Under-17s Boys National Championship here at the AMMNA Championships 2022. And we've just gone through the grand final. And the boys, I think the nerves will probably start to kick in for the first couple minutes, but for the first couple of minutes of this game. But geez, I think we're in for a cracker. The first time these two teams met was the first game of the round, and Victoria won quite comfortably.
These teams have actually met up before prior to these championships. South Australia came over to Victoria for one of the boys' fundraisers. They played a little practice match the game before, and they also competed in the tournament as well against some of the other teams and these boys. So they've actually had a couple of games prior to this Nationals and during the Nationals as well.
Yeah, exactly, and quite a lot of both of them were really good games. I talked to a lot of the 17s boys, and they said that they were quite good games from the ones they played over in Victoria as well. So strap yourselves in. We'll go through the 17 and under lineup for the Southern Dragons. Goalkeeper is Will Pennell. Goal defence is Freddie Taylor. Wing defence, Damien Brooks. Centre is Will O'Callaghan, one of the captains. Sorry, Freddie Taylor is a vice-captain. One of the other vice-captains, Jordan Dutram, is in wing attack. Goal attack is Ryan Norfolk, and Sam Knight in goal shooter.
And for the Victorian under-17s, we've got our captain, Taryn King, out in goalkeeper. Hudson Ebbage in goal defence. We've got Josh Lawback in wing defence. Zach Mobilier in centre. Blake Keisha in wing attack. Brody McLeish in goal attack, one of our vice-captains. And Jamie Shannon out in goal shooter.
South Australia just trying to work it in now. We're just having a look through the previous winners, and Vic have won the last two in this division, the under-17s. Victoria have won 2019 and 2018, so the last two nationals, as Sam Knight will look to put the first one in for the grand final, and does. So as South Australia are up 1-0, but Victoria have won the last two, and this is, oh no, as Jordan Dutram's gone down, holding his ankle. Looks like he's okay. Vic working the ball in. Long range shot. Picked up by Will Pennell. And held ball. Good defensive pressure from the Vics. But South Australia making their first grand final in any of the divisions since 2015. So it's been a long time coming. So this is extremely exciting for South Australian men's netball and South Australian netball in general. Long range shot put in by Jamie Shannon. And no grand final wins since 1999 for the South Australians. So none of these boys were born when the last grand final was won. But Jordan Dutram looking like he's okay. Jeez.
And a good little tip from Taryn King. That goal shooter and Taryn King, it'll be a good matchup to watch. Both got the height, and the goal shooter, Sam Knight, has that strong hold.
Yeah, so Taryn King in the first matchup of this AMMNA Championships looked like he almost had the better of Sam Knight. Good finish, and that's credit to Taryn King there. That's his goal, but Taryn King looked like he had the, just proved a little bit too physical, so it'll be interesting to see how this matchup turns out. And that'll be held ball. Good defensive pressure through the mid-court. South Australia will be looking to convert. Contact inside on Taryn King.
Oh, and a nice little handoff. And an easy finish from Sam Knight.
And some quite, I'm not sure about the Victorian side as well, but some young boys out here for the South Australian team.
Yeah,
so
no, definitely, you do.
Our goal attack in Ryan Norfolk is, I think, turning 15 very soon. And he's our goal attack, and you can see that there's quite a lot of height difference between everyone else and him inside that circle, and he's got to be struggling for rebounds, as he's pulled one in now. Contact inside on Taryn King. Strong rebound from Sam Knight. So South Australia are up 2-3 as we are just over 3 minutes into this under-17s grand final. Freddie Taylor coming in a little bit late, still play on. Good coverage from the South Australian defenders, but a lovely little pass.
Oh, nice rejection. You don't see too many of those, and the defenders get away with it as well.
One of the first ones I've seen for the tournament. It's taken all the way up to, what are we, day 6 at the moment. No, day 7. But the fans sort of slowly starting to roll in now. It's quite loud here. We're struggling to hear ourselves in the South Australian introduction and the Victorian introduction as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. Both benches and supporters are going to be very loud today.
It'll be Jordan Dutram taking it on the outside. Contact was called.
And a nice little long shot from Ryan Norfolk. I think both teams are just struggling a little bit to find that rhythm and flow down the court.
Yeah.
South Australia get a nice little turnover in the attacking third.
Lovely defensive pressure from Will Purnell. So a lot of these boys, I've said it in one of the other games that I've commentated for them, but I think I did the counting and 6 or 7 of them have come up through our, what is it? It's our AMMNA Junior Academy. So that started out about 4 or 5 years ago. So once they turn 12 and they can't play with the females anymore. Good hands-on. Struggling to get it inside.
Oh, and a little bit of a tussle.
Good hustle, but really good defensive pressure. There's no way you can get your head down after that. Really good defensive pressure to...
Nice pull in.
Nothing easy coming inside this centre circle. Taryn King and Hudson Ebbage are working their backsides off to keep them out of this, and it's 5-3 to South Australia.
Oh, good little hands over. Oh, and a contact call against Sam Knight.
But yeah, a lot of these boys coming through our AMMNA Junior Academy. So once they turn, good hands on, and a little bit late from Will Purnell, unlucky. But those 50-50 contests will be crucial for both teams today as well. They're going to have a crack, and your legs are so tight. I know they're all young, you know, all under 17, but you're so tired at this point in the tournament, and those 50-50 balls, you just have to give the last little bit to try and compete. Maybe the call will go your way. Just try and get both your hands onto it. As unlucky.
Yeah, Blake Keisha just falling out of court. Toes must have been on the line on that one.
Looked to be a bit physical there. Didn't get the call. South Australian fans not happy. It'll be out of bounds, and Freddie Taylor will take it. Through the co-captain in Willow Callahan.
Oh, good hands from Josh Lawback through the mid-court.
It's his second or third touch already from the in between that, so in that shooting third. Well done from Lawback.
The scores are now back to 5-5.
No options coming forward, having to retreat back to Freddie Taylor. That's his
And another touch from Josh Lawback. He's everywhere today.
People like to sleep on the wing defence position, but if you play it well like Lawback's doing in this first 7 minutes of the contest, another forced pass. And that's again credit to Lawback and his pressure that he's putting on that pass.
Unlucky there.
Unlucky. Jeez, he's been good in the first 7 minutes. Nice strong hold, but a good touch from Taryn King. And it'll be contact.
I think he's just forcing him too far back, and that goal shooter just needs to adjust if he ends up getting too close to that baseline. Oh, and a nice little touch from Freddie Taylor. Freddie Taylor.
Looking to capitalise here, but no options going forward. Long range shot is missed by Sam Knight.
And Hudson Ebbage picks up the rebound.
Hitting the top of the circle is Keisha. No, it's not. It's McLeish. Rebound from Will Purnell. No options leading forward. That mid-court space looks so open, but Jordan Dutram's just managed to penetrate it and find a lead through there. Well done to make another option. Taken quickly, hitting the circle edge. Nice little give and go. Norfolk just walking it in. Contact called. This is about his range. He should take this. And as you see him stepping back because he's got quite a big height disadvantage in that circle to try and give himself some space. But Sam Knight finishing. And we've got 6 minutes and 40 to go in the first quarter of the grand final in the under-17 National Championship for the... Wow, it's a good feed. McLeish.
Yeah, thrown in by Zach Mabilia. And an easy finish.
So back to 6-all here. Scores even. No one coming forward again. Having to retreat. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having to retreat, but as long as that next pass going backwards is actually available, and that's credit to the wing defence and goal defence making themselves available. Taryn King.
Nice little tap again, and Zach Mabilia picks it up. Oh.
Just out of reach for Will Pennell. Caught the body a little bit. Jamie Shannon finishing. So the Vics find themselves up at 7-6 in their centre pass, looking to capitalise here.
A long shot from Brady McLeish.
Jeez.
And drains it.
So 8-6.
Vic find themselves up for the first time this game, actually.
And the lead hasn't extended to Taryn King again getting the better of that competition. That ball probably forced in. Didn't really need to be pushed in. Norfolk finding himself at the front. He's ignored. Retreated to Freddie Taylor. Controlled it. Sam Knight popping out. That's ignored. Willow Callahan hitting the circle. Norfolk looking to refeed through Dutram.
And a long shot.
Taryn
King. Looks like South Australia's just everywhere in that mid-court.
Shannon having to pop out. Picked up by Freddie Taylor.
Good hands.
That pocket pass most of the time by these two tall timbers in Will Pennell and Freddie Taylor will get picked up majority of the time. But that one,
pass over the top.
Really good vision. Just caught that Pennell was off. Found Jamie Shannon. So 9-6, biggest lead of the game. Damien Brooks a little bit too late on that contest. Really good touch from Will Pennell. So a much more even... it was a little bit
late
too
to the contest. Thought he might get away with it for a second, but the umpire picked that one up.
So Lucas Gulen coming in for the Southern Dragons into the wing attack position, taking off Jordan Dutram. Coach just having a chat to him. I don't think he did much wrong, but maybe just giving him a bit of a break and just rotating, getting some fresh legs in. Trying to change some things up as the lead grows out to 4.
Oh, nice hands from Zach Mabilia in a quick transition, but it's out of court.
No options again coming forward, having to retreat through Freddie Taylor. He's been that back option quite a few times already due to the defensive pressure that's been put on, mainly starting from Lawback. Trying to get to the front is Ryan Norfolk, not able to, but he'll be taking this. Trying to step around, finding Sam Knight under the post. He'll be looking to finish, and does. 10-7, 3 minutes 15 to go here in the first quarter, and it's Victorian pass, a Victorian centre pass.
Oh, good hands over pressure.
Again, Freddie Taylor. Ebbage will take this one. Bit late from Will Pennell, bit too physical. McLeish will find this. Jeez, they don't miss much, do they?
No, that was one of the things that they focused on in training was their distance shots.
Jeez. And I suppose coming into, lovely pocket drive.
Oh, good pick up from Hudson Ebbage out to Taryn.
Taryn again proving too physical.
Oh, big call from Jamie Shannon. And McLeish up with the shot again and finds the net.
It's never missing. We've had a perfect angle on that, and that just never looked like missing. So the lead extends to 5. Could have been picked off that one. Oh, lovely triangle offense to work it around. Nice short little swing ball to Keisha. And they've converted it, so it's out to 6 now with just on 2 minutes to go.
Oh, good hands over from Brady McLeish, the goal attack.
Freddie Taylor will take this one. That did not look like the right option.
That's right, they ended up with the ball.
Bit too much pepper on that pass from Lucas Gulen.
They got the contact call within the circle, Taryn King out of play. And an easy pop over to Sam Knight.
Nice shooter to shooter. A minute 25 to go, 13-8, 5-goal lead to the Vics. Wilpinell a little bit too late to that contest. Could have been called for contact, but wasn't. Picks up the rebound nonetheless. Good hands over from Freddie Taylor. Jamie Shannon and McLeish have been shooting so well to start this game, and I think it will continue.
Just a little bit of an off pass.
As Jamie Shannon converts. And I think those shots are going to be hit all day. Be contact on
Hudson Ebbage.
Hudson Ebbage.
With 35 seconds to go, South Australia are going to want to convert. And Taryn King with a touch out of court.
Not the right option with the size difference for a floating pass. If you're looking for Ryan Norfolk, it has to be a nice little pocket pass, a nice little dribble pass into him.
Oh, and a rebound from Taryn King with 15 seconds to go. Victoria are going to want to convert this one. Oh no, it was the contact call.
Was it a contact call?
Against Freddie Taylor.
Calling time, and it is a contact call.
And good hands from the
contest.
captain.
Will O'Callaghan, lovely touch to stop that. So 14-8. The Vics in the back half of that first quarter just started to extend the lead a little bit, and this is the biggest lead of the game, 6 goals. And what I like to ask all other co-commentators at the end of each first quarter, when you put your shoes on, is it sock, sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, sock, shoe?
It has to be sock, sock, shoe, shoe.
Thank you. See, I had someone yesterday, Steve Kerr, and he said sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
No, that's wrong.
Exactly. He said I was wrong.
No.
Thank you.
You're
Anyway,
absolutely right.
We'll go into a short break.
Thanking our weekly sponsor, Harrison's Kitchens. Looking for a new kitchen, a fresco kitchen, or a custom joinery item? Harrison's Kitchens and Cabinets are celebrating 20 years this year. 20 years of supplying and installing true custom joinery with you in mind. Kitchens and joinery. All budgets, many material options with many special rates for the South Australian netball community. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or search up www.harrisonkitchens.com.au.
Just beginning to start, as both the teams go into a quick huddle, we'll be looking to start the second quarter. So Victoria holding a steady lead, 14-8. Not, I would say, comfortable at all.
You can never be comfortable in a grand final.
No, exactly. And especially with this tournament, with hopefully everyone, I mean, these kids are young, but hopefully there's no soft tissue injuries or injuries in general.
And Victoria starting off with the centre pass.
And lineups look relatively the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we've had any changes in the Victorian lineup.
Bit of a fumble.
And a contact call.
Contact inside on Freddie Taylor, so Keishia will... No.
That's
McLeish. Why do I keep getting them mixed up?
They do look kind of similar.
Yeah, they both got headbands on, don't they?
I think a couple of the boys have headbands in this team.
Okay. Oh, that's tough.
They refuse to cut their hair.
I
know the
boys.
goalkeeper, before we left for Adelaide, where he was very wanting a mullet for this tournament.
And
he's rocking the mullet.
So he grew his hair out and then cut it into a mullet?
Yeah. He's,
okay.
Our mum's a hairdresser, so she'll just shave the sides. Oh, and a contact goal. Oh, it looks like we've got Sam Knight to the bench and Jordan Dutram into goal shooter.
Jordan Dutram into shooter as... I won't call him Mullet Man. I will call him by his name, Taryn King. But that's nice. I like to see some mullets. There's not so many mullets. There was one from the Vic under-20s team, I think. Blonde,
yeah.
What's his name?
Oh,
he was gorgeous.
Flynn?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And I think there's one in the 23s as well. I think they're goal shooter.
Yes. And Victoria will be playing in the grand final, the under-23s in the grand final later on today as well.
Yeah, I think we've got the 17s, the 20s, our men's reserve, the men's open, and the 23s.
Jeez. So, very strong Victorian side. Freddie Taylor, probably not needed that.
A little bit of an attitude coming from the defence end. Don't think he agreed with the call too much. And a contact call.
But yeah, so that's basically every team. What about do you know about the mixed and if they're in any of the grand finals as well?
So the mixed open played in the finals and got knocked out.
Okay.
And the mixed resis, they played in a elimination final yesterday and got beaten by Queensland.
Okay, all right. So
yeah, so just our boys.
All the boys. But geez, that's very, very impressive and such big kudos to the netball program that's going on in Victoria.
Pressure and that's unlucky.
Good hands from Lawback to hold on to that. Shooter to shooter, McLeish to Shannon. Doesn't usually miss these and doesn't. So Lee getting a bit, not worrying at the moment, but it's just extending slightly as Keishia.
Just a couple of turnovers and...
Straight back into the game.
Finishes, yeah, and it's only a couple of goals.
Yeah, exactly right. Inside arm, could have been contact, ignored. Will Pennell holding front position. Oh.
So close to get his hands over, but Jamie Shannon just protecting that ball. Oh. And South Australia win the rebound. Having to go back to Will Pennell. And a long ball through midcourt.
I think Freddie Taylor just picked up that it could have been done for footwork there, so landed on one foot. Lucas hitting the top of the circle. It's offside or contact. I'm not sure which one it is.
I think it's a contact ball at advantage, offside.
No, that's not the right pass. Taryn King will pick that up every day of the week.
Fingers and Taryn picks up the scraps. Good defensive pressure from both teams. Having trouble getting through the midcourt.
And there's a difference between...
And a good little front positioning from Jamie Shannon.
Lovely finish from Shannon. There's a difference between playing rush netball and playing fast netball. And Victoria proving to the way they're moving it down the court, so quick and so polished. Very hard to stop.
Good hands from Mazilia.
But just each pass like this, they're beating the South Australians, and the South Australians almost getting caught a little bit behind. Chasing tails, going to the circle. Jordan Dutram will try and walk that ball in. Beats Taryn King. Ooh.
I think he got a little bit of a knock.
Bit of a knock. So good finish from Dutram. Bring the lead back down to 7 with 10 minutes and 50 to go. No, sorry. It'll be about down to 8, so it did extend out to 9.
And a dribble ball from Mobilia to Shannon.
That's so hard to stop. When they're hitting shots like that, that's just so hard to shot. These shooters have been so impressive throughout the whole tournament. Good swing ball, good positioning from Norfolk.
Having trouble finding a contact call. Oh, quickly played on.
A bit short.
And a strong rebound from King.
Rebounds will be hard to pick up with. Well done from Norfolk.
The smallest guy out there is getting intercepts.
Lovely touch from Taryn King.
Oh, nice pull in from Zach Mobilia.
Oh, nearly stepped on. Foot's out of court. Unlucky from Lawback.
That's the difference between rushed netball and fast netball.
Exactly,
that one, they were just trying to rush it out of defense.
Just a bit rushed.
A nice split from Ryan Norfolk and an easy finish.
Well done, and it's he'll be very happy to convert that after getting hands over and getting a touch on that earlier ball. It was a bit chaotic for a little bit, but back down to 8. So impressive. Such impressive shooting so far from these young kids.
I'm a goaler myself, and I'm envious of how well these guys can shoot.
It's ridiculous. I thought I was at one stage. Good pickup from Ryan Norfolk. The last Nationals I played, I was a very weird combination of playing wing defence and goal attack.
That is an odd combination.
Yeah, it was
Usually
weird.
you find yourself in the goaling, maybe wing attack.
Yeah.
Not goaling.
Yeah.
Wing defence.
So wing defence, goal attack. Jordan Dutram finishes, but even then I wasn't a good shooter. But I could jump a little bit and get my rebounds most of the time whenever I missed it, which
That's
was
all that matters
a
as a
lot of the
goaler.
time. Yeah, exactly. Inside arm from Damien Brooks. And he'll look to put this up, Jamie Shannon. Gee whiz.
And why would he not when he's shooting so well?
When you're shooting like that, I think if he has missed any, it's only been the one shot.
Well, that's what you're expecting. If these boys are playing at a national level,
Exactly right.
and you're a goaler, that's what you're in the team to do.
Oh, good pick
good
up by Mobilia.
hands.
His on the circle defense has been really impressive, not just this quarter, but throughout the whole game, especially this quarter. Wow.
Nice pass into McLeish.
And again, as we talked about, the difference between rush and quick netball, there it is, quick laser-like passing all the way down the court from the Victorians as the lead extends out to double digits now for the first time in this game, 22-12.
Oh, slippery fingers again from McLeish.
Will Pennell to O'Callaghan. Taryn King. Taryn King again. Lucas Gould.
I don't think anyone had any idea then. I think everyone was just trying to chase the ball down.
South Australian crowd trying to get behind these boys here. Maybe a bit of a head game. They're getting a bit deflated. The lead's extended out to 10. And Jamie
And a
Shannon.
lucky shot. Nearly came back out of the
Jeez.
ring.
Every day of the week.
And Terry
wow.
wins the contest.
It's Taryn King again. Front cut ignored by McLeish. Good coverage by Freddie Taylor. Working it onto the circle.
I think he's going to attempt this shot as well. Nice work.
Jeez, and why wouldn't you? Hitting the circle. McLeish sort of just walking that ball in slowly. Will Pennell not able to get into position.
And a nice little finish. And it's so hard for the defenders as well when both shooters are shooting so well. You can't double team the one that's hitting most of the shots when both of the goalers are just as deadly as one another.
Exactly. And just have to, I think it's just a case of trying to stay clean and trying to,
Trying to stop that ball.
Oh,
prior.
Mobilia again. Yeah, trying not to get caught for obstruction or contact inside the ring. Just try and stay clean and force the pressure. Maybe they'll miss that odd one where you can transition and capitalise over the other end, but just trying to stay clean.
Nice little handoff to Dutram. And the smallest guy is getting rebounds. You love to see it.
It's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. Well done by Ryan Norfolk to contest that ball and draw Taryn King into a contact call. So it's to a 12-goal lead to the Victorians at the moment. 6 minutes to go in this last quarter. Hitting the circle would be...
Nice clean around the body from Will Pennell.
This is where I think South Australia really just need to be patient. That first one was ignored by Lucas Goulden, looking a bit frustrated he was ignored there. Will O'Callaghan finding himself on the didn't want to shoot that. Nice little shooter to shoot a pass. Could have been, ooh. Yeah, no.
Zach Mapilia picks it up on the outside of the circle.
I thought that was contact as well. So
Nice little screen
well
from
done.
Jamie Shannon to McLean.
Using that channel so well. They looked like they were almost stuck along this near side channel, but they just used it so well, and all of those passes were pinpoint. Taryn King, well done again. Thought it was his. I probably thought it was his too.
I think every player who hits out of court
Reckons that it's theirs, yeah.
Josh
Lawback.
Lawback back in the game. He's been quiet for the first 10 minutes of this.
Shannon will take this one.
And a
Jeez.
nice, lovely shot. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
So now the lead extends to a bit of an uncomfortable position for if you're a South Australian supporter and you're a South Australian player. Jamie Shannon won't miss this one. So 28-13, 15 goal lead. South Australia will look to capitalise here. Really good
nice
contest from Taryn King.
I almost thought that was a contact call.
Almost. It was, I think, yeah, one of those 50-50 balls where it could have gone either way, but a little bit too late.
Nice little over-the-top pass. Oh, and he misses. And a nice pick-up from Freddie Taylor.
Oh, that looked like it could have almost been a short pass. They both had hands on that. Good drive through the middle from Damien Brooks. Oh, Will O'Callaghan hitting top of the circle. Good coverage from Taryn King.
Oh, still trying to find his way to the post. Gets a contact call against Ebbage.
So as Reid O'Callaghan comes on into wing defence for South Australia. Sorry, I just cut you off there.
Oh, no, you're okay.
So double the score at the moment. Oh, contact on Jamie Shannon. Just nudged him under the ball there. Reid O'Callaghan with his first touch of the ball. Bit of a nervy start for Reid, brother of Will. Good second face to come through and help out through the midcourt.
Good defensive pressure.
not the pass.
Taryn finds the ball just outside the circle.
And doing what a good goalkeeper does and popping out for those high balls that, you know, when they're sort of at that 2-second mark for holding the ball. And
it's a panicked pass.
Yeah,
just
panic
trying to find
pass.
anyone.
Good game sense. Very good game sense as McLeish finishes it. So it's 29-14, 15-goal lead, 2:40 to go here in the second quarter. Reid O'Callaghan, Jordan Dutron popping front, looking for a refeed, finds it. And I think this is almost the difference between the South Australians and the Vics at the moment is that I think Jordan Dutron missed one from about that range early and just not backing himself. He's a really good shooter. I've watched him play for many years. He's a really good shooter, but just second-guessing himself to put that shot up. Scoring it nonetheless. And a contact call outside on Will Pennell. So it'll be taken by Zach Mobilia. Freddie Taylor having the work.
And a nice little front positioning from Jamie Shannon. And good hands over from Freddie Taylor. That kid has an amazing jump.
Yeah, his limbs are so long as well.
So many of the boys have long limbs.
It's ridiculous. It's like almost the point where they haven't quite grown into the. No, they have grown into their body, but they're
adjusting.
They're adjusting. Yeah, I'm still adjusting. I'm 25. I'm still adjusting. But yeah,
I
they've
still
adjusted
find
better
myself
than me.
tripping over my own feet on the netball court.
Yeah, glad it's not just me.
I think maybe the older we get, the more likely
The better or worse that we're supposed to get.
I think 17s might be our prime time.
I missed my prime. Well and truly past my prime. When did I start playing netball? I was about 20 when I started playing in the men's division. So yeah, well and
That's the
truly
difference.
past it.
I started netball when I was 7.
There you go. So you hit your prime.
Oh, well and truly by now. I'm on my way out.
Good save by Zach Mobilia.
Into the hands of Freddie Taylor, though. Safe hands, those ones.
Yeah, I'm on my way out now as well. I think my back's just screaming at me to stop. Saying just stop. Freddie Taylor, good follow up the court. Jordan Dutron having to pop out. Being kept.
Good hands from Mobilia, chasing down the court. And a quick transition into the attacking third for Victoria.
Good coverage
Just
in this.
under a minute. Oh, unfortunate from Victoria.
So 14-goal lead, 45 seconds to go. Does not need to be rushed. Reid was open there, ignored.
Chose the long ball instead. Having trouble hitting the edge of the circle to feed their goalers.
And not only that, just actually getting it inside the circle. I'm watching these circle defenders so closely in the Victorian end.
Oh, just had his hands up before his 3 feet.
Jeez,
and a good hands over pressure.
Well done, Taryn King.
Outside arm to Zach Mobilia, who passes it off to Taryn King. And I think Victoria are going to want to score off this one just to add some scoreboard pressure. Hitting the edge of the circle. And a
lovely swing ball. Good fake from Mobilia to find Jamie Shannon. Just taking Freddie Taylor out of the contest as they extend the lead out to 15. going into the first half. I think one of the most impressive performances so far and keeping them in this game is Taryn King. That's been such a good first half that he's had.
Oh, absolutely. Those little touches. And then the support from their wing defence and centre as well in Josh Lawback and Mobilia. Just picking up those loose balls that he's tipping out of the circle.
So impressive. So Victoria up 31-16 here in this under-17s AMMNA National Championship between Victoria and South Australia as we go to a small break.
In sport, there are the elite, the ones who give their all for a place at the top. They are the ones who rise to the occasion.
The 2019 Men's Open Australian Championships.
This is exactly what we wanted, putting men's netball on the map.
There's so many people that have come before us, there are so many people that are going to come after us, but we're part of that foundation, you know, we're building it to be whatever it becomes.
You have to put your heart on the line and you have to be a team person first.
That was not good enough to me and you shouldn't accept it as good enough for you. Get on one-on-one.
Yeah, imagine a female then being told, well, sorry, you can't play AFL or you can't play cricket past this age. You'd certainly hear about it.
We continue to work so that no other 12-year-old boy has to hear that ever again.
Still a short time to go, so we're still at half-time, 31-16 in favour of Victoria over South Australia. And I'm very, very pleased to be joined by Moira Gaha, the under-17s Sonics, the Australian Sonics coach who's been tirelessly watching this whole tournament. How are you, Moira?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, and you've been watching this tournament, and obviously we've got the two of the best teams finishing first and second at the moment. Is there lots of talent you've seen through the weekend? Anything you've been interested in or impressed by so far?
Yeah, I've been watching the games throughout the week, and there's a lot of talent out there. There's been some difficult decisions to make, but we've come up with a really exciting team. There's been players that have obviously established. There's been those that have grown throughout the week. So I think the program is looking really promising. So
yourself and is it a small team that you've been, or the selectors that have been going around and picking the team so far?
Yes, yeah. The selectors and I have been looking to pick a team of 12, and we're also looking for shadow players and players to commend for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think at this point it's such an important pathway, as well as myself and Alicia were discussing that we've got like a junior academy coming up as well, and just trying to find the grassroots. And there's a lot of players that are coming up and that are brand new to this game, but are there some familiar names that you're sort of used to, or you've heard their name around the block a little bit, and there's some newer players you were saying as well? Yeah, there's definitely those that have been on the radar, and those that are popping up and really presenting themselves as prospects for the future as well, which is so exciting. And a few surprises as well. Have you been caught? Yeah, so it's going to be exciting to work with this group of athletes. Absolutely, and all the way through the grades. I mean, I've been watching this under-17s tournament as well so closely, and I wouldn't want to have your job in picking these teams because there's so much talent all the way through. So all the way, I think there were 6 or 7 teams in this competition so far, but yeah, kudos to you for picking a for picking a team as so they're sorted, they're finished, they're picked, done, ready to go, ready to announce tonight, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Very impressive. Well, Moira, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. As the second half is back underway, through Will O'Callaghan, finding his brother Reed, and then Damien Brooks. Was there a touch? There wasn't a touch. Taryn King again.
They've had a couple of early mistakes, South Australia. They had the centre pass, and I think the ball just slipped out of the wing attack's hands, and now we've just had that one over the baseline.
Wow, lovely over-the-top pass. Jamie Shannon popping front again.
Looks like we've had Keisha to the bench, and Whiteacre has gone on into wing attack. And we've had Ebbage go to the bench for Victoria, and Josh Lovell making his first appearance on court in goal defence.
In goal defence. And for South Australia, Freddie Taylor has been moved to goalkeeper. Damien Brooks moved to goal defence. Wing defence is still Reed O'Callaghan. Centre, his brother, Will O'Callaghan, one of the co-captains. Wing attack, Lucas Goulan. Goal attack, Ryan Norfolk. And staying in goal shooter, so Sam Knight still on the bench. So goal shooter at the moment is Jordan Dutram. And this circle defence that could have been replay. Circle defence proving to be so strong and so hard to beat on the Victorian front.
Taryn and Josh, the two defenders in the circle at the moment, they've defended a little bit throughout this tournament, and sometimes you occasionally see them, Taryn will throw Josh up into the air. So I'm hoping to see that today because it's exciting to watch, especially on the way down. Taryn just throws him into the air and leaves him to fend for himself at that point.
You do your part, and then just, after that, fend for yourself. I've seen that one. I've only seen it once this tournament between Will Pennell, who's just having a breather at the moment, between Will and Freddie. So Will's in goalkeeper, Freddie in goal defence, and he's just giving him a big lift. And I was sitting next to Will's mum at the time. We thought, hello, we didn't know that was going to happen at all. I don't think it happened at practice or anything. It was just happened. I think Freddie's bunking with Will at the moment, so they maybe talked about it. While
nice little secret tactics that they can bring to the game.
Can I give you a lift today? Yeah, cool, let's do it. Might have been on a live stream too, just for the fans at home. So that's Jordan Dutram's range, and that's what I'm used to seeing him shoot, and I want to see that confidence come back in his game. As it's out to 16, 34-18 in favour of Victoria. But still controlling this game. Lovely pocket drive. Is that a new man we have on in wing attack?
Yes, that's Whiteacre. William
Whiteacre.
Yes.
Welcome to the game. Very hard to find you coming into the third quarter of a grand final. Very hard to find the pace of the game, but doing well so far. No fumbles. Everything looking quite clean. Two nice little pocket drives as Jamie Shannon finishes, as he's done majority of this game.
A nice drive from the South Australian wing attack. And an easy finish.
Really, really pretty netball.
I love his little step backs and just shoots the ball.
I think it's he probably doesn't even think about it that much. He's just used to it from
being the smaller guy in the circle, having to get that little bit of extra distance between him and the defenders.
And it's almost, he shoots quite low as well. I think he might have I think he does play basketball. If I remember correctly, there are quite a lot of the boys that came from the AMMNA Junior Academy. Well done, Mobilia. Lovely little tip to control it. Knew that Will O'Callaghan didn't have control, just tipped it so that he could get it to himself. Jamie Shannon looking stuck, retreating in Mobilia.
There's an obstruction outside the circle and an over-the-top pass to McLeish. Should be an easy finish for him.
And is.
We've got the Victorian centre again. Out to McLeish. And a pocket ball to Mobilia. He's got some speed on him, that boy. I think a lot of the boys
He's been everywhere.
do.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Oh, a rare miss.
Very rare miss. But I don't think he'll do that twice in a row. McLeish or Shannon, for that matter. So the score's still double, 19-38. Lucas trying to hit the top of the circle, but Lawback again proving such a tough contest in wing defence.
And a pocket ball. I'm not sure what happened there. I think he just may have thrown it into the hands of Zach Mobilia. Don't think anyone was expecting that ball to go into the circle.
No, not at all. Having to retreat through Lucas Goodman. Oh, geez, Mobilia's everywhere. I know that ball was called back, but his hands over has been very impressive this game.
Oh, and a cheeky little dribble to get closer into the post. I know I do that myself.
Yep. Mainly just because, well, I do it because I can't shoot unless I'm completely pretty much under the ring. But
Well,
then if I'm right then if I'm right underneath the ring, then I'll miss it. But
Oh, and a good pickup from Freddie Taylor coming out of the circle.
so lead 18 now. Damien Brooks looking for someone down the court. No one offering.
An obstruction call against William Whiteacre.
Very clever from McLeish there. I like that. Contact on Lovell. He'll be standing out, so Norfolk will be taking this one. We'll step back contact, so both standing out.
And a nice easy shot for Dutram.
So 17 the lead. They'll just... It's got to, if they are going to come back, the South Australians, it's going to have to be, well, it's got to be very tough firstly, but...
It's got to be this quarter.
It's got to be this quarter, if anything, and we're going to have to see something in the next 5 minutes. And they're going to have to slowly chip it. Well, not slowly, actually. They just have to chip away at this, and it has to be just simple netball. Nothing silly like that. No high balls.
And a contact call.
Especially when you've got such height in the circle. They're so high. They're so tall and so agile. Those little shooter passes are what's been working well for the South Australians. But on the Victorian end, in the shooting circle, I mean, they're just hitting them from everywhere. Good take from Whiteacre.
And a cross-court ball.
Good second phase again from Whiteacre. Really good start, really impressive start from Whiteacre. I like what he's done so far. There's a little lift.
There's a little lift we're talking about.
So maybe they did talk about it. So Freddie and Damien have done a little lift. I want to see it down this end now. I want to see. So does Taryn do the lifting?
Yeah, oh yeah. Have you seen the size of the kid? I don't think anyone's lifting up him.
He doesn't. He looks a lot older than 17.
He's only 16.
Wow. Okay. How tall? Do you know how tall he is?
Yeah, he's about 6'2", 6'3".
Jeez.
I know, some of the boys. Imagine when they get to the men's.
And then, yeah, only 16. You've still got that little spurt to go. Gee, are your parents tall?
Not overly tall, no. My dad's probably only 6 foot and my mum's shorter than what I am at like 5'6".
Wow.
So not sure where the 6'3" came from.
We'll take it regardless. And any other sport like with this?
We've had a change in the centre. We've got Harrison Lefebvre on into centre, and Zach Mobilia has come off and sitting on the bench. I think just a little bit of a rotation so he doesn't get too tired.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see him back in the game.
Gee whiz, that's so impressive to watch, these shooters. And as we were talking to Moragaha before, talking about the Australian Sonic selection for the under-17s team, I think...
good little tip from Whiteacre, and he wins the ball.
There could be quite a few... Good touch from Freddie Taylor, good read.
Taylor. Harrison picks up the ball.
There could be quite a few Australian Sonics under-17s players in this game here. I would say, from what I can see, maybe about 5 or 6 of them that could be selected at the moment. There's a rare miss from Shannon.
And South Australia win the throw-in. But, I mean, that's what you want in your Australian team. You want the team to consist of the best of the best.
Best of the best, exactly right. And we've been blessed with a pretty good game so far. It has blown out a little bit in Victoria's favour, but it's...
The scoreboard doesn't reflect the game.
No, it's still highly contested. All those 50-50, like we said earlier on, like those 50-50 contests are still there. There's those little tips, loose passes picked up still. It's not, you know, again, your legs are really tight at this point of a tournament, let me tell you. And
South Australia aren't dropping their heads either. They're still fighting for every ball. The defenders are going in hard for everything. And another lift from the defenders. So exciting to watch.
I want to see a lift and a touch now. We've had 2 lifts. I want to see a lift and a little block.
Well, we had a block from Freddie Taylor earlier in the game.
We did.
So it'll be exciting to see one from the lift.
I haven't seen many.
I think the crowd would go off if that happened.
And it's on a live stream too. Good follow again from Ryan Norfolk. Dutram having to come out high from that lovely coverage from
and an offside
Taryn
call
King.
From
Lefebvre. Is it Lefebvre?
I've been told multiple times how to pronounce his name. I'm bunking with his parents, and they've been telling me how to pronounce their surname over and over again, and I'm still going to mess it up.
I had a cork. Let me find. We've got some paperwork here. I want to try and find one of my least favourite names, and while we're on air, I want to try and get you to try and say the last name.
I'm going to offend the player.
So I went back over the comments in my last live stream, but it's Anton Stachivsky, I think it is.
Stachivsky.
There you go. Yeah, good.
Yeah, but once you hear the pronunciation, it's easier.
I said it 7 times live, and I think I said them all differently. So Lefebvre is...
What if you
I've said that wrong too.
Lefebvre.
Lefebvre. There we go. Okay, cool. Lefebvre.
If his family's watching, I do apologise for mispronouncing your
knew
surname.
all along.
I know, it's bad. Oh, and a miss, and they pick up the rebounds.
Ooh, bit of a head clash, I think.
Bit of a head clash.
Lovell looks okay. Dutram a bit shaken up, but...
Oh, and he's still calling for the ball. He can't see out of one eye and he still wants the ball. That's commitment there.
So the lead out to 16. 4 minutes 30 to go here in the third quarter. If anything was going to happen on the South Australian front... Oh, jeez. Jeez, that's good.
Just showing off now.
If anything was going to happen from the South Australian, then it had to be now. Has to be before the end of this quarter if we're going to see anything. Too physical from Taryn King. Must have been clean. Contact.
I think there's just a bit of back and forth between them.
Yeah.
And I think Taryn with the bigger body. I think Jordan Dutram is going to end up on the floor more than likely.
Yeah. So good finish from Jordan Dutram. Doesn't look so shaken up now. Okay, no, he does. He's holding his eye. I apologise. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh,
good control.
Good pulling, but into the hands of the captain.
So Will O'Callaghan having to retreat through his brother Will. Finding Damien Brooks. Good, lovely little lead from Reid O'Callaghan. Little pop pass. Lucas Gillen was on.
Good hands from Harry Lefebvre.
There we go.
Going to be very dramatic saying his surname now.
There's a little pause before you have to think about it too.
Got to say the pronunciation in my head before it comes out.
Lefebvre.
Oh, yeah, I thought that one was out of court.
Unlucky. Taryn disagrees, but as you said...
I think he was waiting for the contact, but I can't think you expect the little guy to be contacting you out of court when you're that big. At a 6'3" and maybe like a 5 something.
Yeah,
I think it's just you.
I reckon Ryan's about 5'1". I think. I stood next to him. I think he's 5'1", 5'2". So yeah, about a foot difference. I want to see them standing next to each other.
Get a nice little photo after the game.
Yeah.
Oh, outside arm, but too much body on it with Taryn King. And the two goalers inside the circle. It should be an easy find. And an obstruction outside. And they find Jordan Dutram right next to the post.
Had to pause and think about that one.
Nearly got his... nearly just combined the two names. Well, you've got the D in the middle of his name, and then his last name starts with the D.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, you can fumble on it.
I'm going to find myself saying Jord and then Dutram, all in just as one.
Dutram. I try and tell myself it's like Jimmy Neutron. I think that's how... It's like Dutram, Neutron.
Oh, big, long pass over all 3 channels. Oh, and a nice little bounce pass into the goalers.
So Lefebvre looking to help up Will O'Callaghan. A bit physical.
Professional. Didn't even hesitate.
Oh, not replay. Not called.
The crowd's not happy about it. You can hear South Australia getting more and more rowdy as it goes on.
Freddie Taylor every day of the week. Well done.
I think the crowd's just trying to give the boys a little bit of a boost coming into the last 15 minutes of the game.
Such good cover from Lovell there. Ryan Norfolk's just so...
And out of play again. I think he needs to adjust to the umpiring. He's been out of play a lot this quarter, but his first half, he was killing it.
Is that your brother?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I might be a bit harsh.
Maybe. No, I agree. There he goes. He liked that one too. Bit of a rev up.
He has been during the tournament giving himself like little claps when he does something good. You'll see him if he has.
I've been watching that too.
Good control, but it's unfortunate. Advantage over the third as it landed in the hands of Jamie Shannon.
I like it. I like revving yourself up. Your team get behind you as well.
Nice pass from Brody McLeish outside the circle to a 2-on-1, and Jamie Shannon ends up with the ball.
Contact inside. Jamie Shannon. Yeah.
Nice little finish.
Won't miss those. So it's Victorian centre pass.
With just over 50 seconds to go.
So South Australia have shortened the lead ever so slightly.
Oh, and another miss from Jamie Shannon.
Jordan Dutram having to pop. Hitting the circle is Will O'Callaghan. And that's usually range for Geordie.
Yeah, nice.
Well
30
done.
seconds to go. South Australia have time to score just another one to minimise the lead just a little bit going into the fourth quarter.
No.
And the pass just a bit too far out for the wing attack. On a long ball.
They had plenty of time.
Didn't need to do it.
Yeah, didn't need to. There's plenty of time.
Now, South Australia have 14 seconds to get it down to the other end of the court.
And I think we will find most of the Victorians flooding back to try and help and stop this last goal with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was uncalled for. And
Caution and advancing, so I think it might have been deliberate.
Yeah, deliberate delaying time. And turn call outside of the circle, and a long shot and a rebound.
Plenty of time to go as well, and again, not needed, just game set.
And a long ball into the hands of Freddie Taylor.
So 13 the lead. We've got a short break coming up, 45-32 Victoria lead over the Southern Dragons in this under-17s AMMNA National Championship in 2022. It's been a good game so far, but we'll go into a short break.
Thanking our weekly sponsor, Harrison's Kitchens. Looking for a new kitchen, a fresco kitchen, or a custom joinery item? Harrison's Kitchens and Cabinets are celebrating 20 years this year. 20 years of supplying and installing true custom joinery with you in mind. Kitchens and joinery. All budgets, many material options with many special rates for the South Australian netball community. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or search up www.harrisonkitchens.com.au.
Alrighties, welcome back. Just over 15 seconds to go. The last 15 minutes of the game. South Australia coming back onto the court. Victoria still in their little huddle. Score 45-32 Victorian way. You can hear the Victorian crowd now revving up the boys. I think we've had a few changes. We've got, I know, Taryn King going to the bench. We've got Blake Keisha out in goal shooter, and Brody McLeish still in the goal attack. Whiteacre still in the wing attack, and Lefebvre in centre still.
Very nice.
We've got Zach Vezovic.
Vezovic is on.
Yes,
cool.
His first quarter out in wing defence. We've got Josh Lovell still in the goal defence, and we've got Joel Brown in the goalkeeper position now.
So Joel Brown's first part of this game he's taking, I think?
Yes.
So definitely. Joel Brown and Zach Vezovic.
Making their first appearance on court. Oh, it looks like Freddie Taylor holding his ankle. Oh, you hate to see it. He's been playing such a good game.
So our trainer, Zach Reich, coming out to him. Oh, really looks like he's in quite a bit of pain.
Those feet in the circle is where you do your ankles.
Yeah. Oh, he's all right?
Looks like he's going to stay on the court.
He's been shot a second ago. Now he's walking. Okay. I think this what the adrenaline takes over. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to just want to stay on the court and help out his team.
Yep.
And a touch from, I'm not sure who touched that one, but South Australia get the throw in.
Good pop to the baseline.
Having trouble finding someone.
Having to roll out to the back is Ryan Norfolk. Jordan Dutram able to put that one in. And in centre now for Victoria, could you just confirm the name?
Yeah, Harrison Lefebvre.
Very good.
Yes, still on in that centre. I think their mid-court, apart from Zach Vezovic, has stayed the same, and we've just swapped goalers. Jamie Shannon to the bench with Blake Keisha coming on in goal shooter.
Okay.
Finding himself,
a little layup. Well done to contest there.
And a good little touch from Lovell. And a quick
good
transition.
Touch from Gulen. So 13 the margin, 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Here in the last quarter in this grand final.
And a nice over the top, over 2 defenders to Keisha. And another lift from the defenders. And a throw in for Victoria. It's going to be a big ask for South Australia. Oh, and a nice take. But anything's possible. Oh, they're bringing on Sam Knight back into goal shooter and Jordan Dutram into wing attack.
That was a quick swap. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it happened in the backgrounds.
Yeah, wow.
That's the good thing about rolling subs. If something's not working, you just change it.
Yeah, and I was talking to Steve Kerr yesterday and I was doing some commentary and he said that...
quick little pass from goaler to goaler outside the circle.
Was it McLeish to
Yeah, McLeish to Keisha.
These two working so well together. Not looking phased without Jamie Shannon on the court. Good offer from Geordie Dutram.
Yeah, a little bit late to the contest there, Vezovic.
But I think that Queensland has had a lot to do with the rolling subs. They put it forward to AMMNA and then all the other teams got on board and we're happy to do it. So
good thinking, Queensland.
Yeah,
nice
absolutely.
Over the top to Sam Knight from Dutram.
Strong finish.
You can see the crowd getting noisier, trying to rev the boys up for the last just over 11 minutes to go.
Going to be a big ask if these South Australians can get over the top. Touch from Willow Callahan. Back to Lefebvre, to Whiteacre. Struggling to hit the circle. Looking for a long feed. Struggling to still hit the circle edge.
Find McLeish just outside. Oh, and a miss.
Oh,
and Keisha
follow.
picks it up with a nice little split.
Lovely little split. Kept his front foot. Ooh, he stepped in. Yeah, he stepped into that.
And
really
Lovell
good 3
finds
feet.
the ball, dribbling down the court. And a quick transition from Victoria. They have been struggling to find the edge of the circle. As I say that, they find it perfectly.
Of course. Good finish from Keisha.
And the score is now out to 50 to 34. What's that, 16?
16.
My quick maths isn't that
It's a Saturday
great.
morning, yeah.
Oh, nice little rebound from both defenders, and Freddie Taylor ends up. Oh, and Zach Vezovic lands just outside of court.
So Rito Callahan to take this one. Tucked into the corner. Nice middle channel. Geordie Dutram offering ignored. Good hold.
Oh, and a layup.
Oh, not needed. Not needed.
And a contact call.
Oh, lucky.
And a nice little finish from Norfolk. And the South Australian centre. Oh, Jordan Dutram on the floor again.
Again.
Oh, he's a little bit frustrated he didn't get the ball.
Good offer.
They still find the goalers.
Well done, Ryan Norfolk. You just chisel away at the distance between him and the goal. Whiteacre through.
Nice touch from the goal defence.
I'm too slow with names. I was about 3 names behind them and I was trying to say them.
Who do we have in goal defence? Is that Damien Brooks?
Yes, no, I meant for your team and for my team. I'm a bit slow. But Will Pennell has come on for Freddie Taylor. I think they're probably just having a look at his ankle. Oh, no, they've got the...
No, I think he's coming out into goal defence.
Coming out into goal defence, standing and looking ready, like he's ready to come. Oh, on the floor again is Geordie Dutram.
Getting a little bit physical.
Putting his arms up, asking for the call. He already had it. I don't think he heard it because his head hit the floor so hard.
Had a couple of head knocks.
Yeah. Pretty physical, this game. It leads down to 13, so 3 in a row for the South Australians.
I think it might have to do with the tiredness of the boys. I think they're just getting lazy in some of their contests.
Yeah.
Just throwing their bodies
Just
now.
throwing your body around. And
Oh,
another head clash. That was a hard one. Oh, jeez.
Oh, and he's on the floor. Umpire is not paying attention.
Umpire, can we stop the game?
Oh, and the ball's come back out. Umpire still has no idea. He's... Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was a really heavy head clash. As we're watching the replay, yeah, he looked sheepish straight away. But walking off the court, and he's had a really good game so far, Geordie Dutram. That's his second or third head knock, but hopefully they're going through concussion protocols with him as well. Jeez, he really doesn't look well on the bench, but the game will go on.
Oh, good little hands from Freddie Taylor.
Contact on Case.
Picks up the contact. Oh, Lefebvre just throwing his hands into the contest.
So Geordie Gulen finding Will O'Callaghan on top of the circle. Sam Knight just using his arm, probably not extending as much as what he could have, but Lovell called for contact, and Norfolk will take this. Little step back.
Just had a little change in the attacking end. We've got Whiteacre to the bench and Zach Mobilia into wing attack.
And just keeping an eye on Geordie Dutram for all of you.
Oh, nice little pickup from Reed.
Will O'Callaghan, oh, good hands over from Lefebvre. So Geordie Dutram looking like he's in a bit of trouble on the bench, but our trainer looking after him at the moment. For you listeners concerned at home. Nonetheless, Victoria coming through the attack now. Keishia having to pop out. Was that Keishia? Or was it McLeish? It was McLeish. It was McLeish.
Goal attack.
Yeah, it was McLeish again. I've done it again.
They do look similar from the back.
It's the headband that's throwing me off.
Headband, long hair, brown hair. Good pass his brothers.
Good. They're not though, are they?
No.
Okay, good.
And out of court against Victoria, South Australia with a throw-in. Time called at 6 minutes 57.
So it's been a little while since Victoria have scored, and South Australia have scored 4 in a row. It's been a bit stagnant at the moment. That's not the right pass. Good pick up.
Vezovic. And they've had to reset to Lovell. Vezovic again and a contact call. Good hands over pressure. And a nice feed from...
And that was Keishia first, and that's McLeish?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, okay, cool. Look at me. It's only been nearly an hour of netball. I'm nearly getting there.
Oh, good hands from Vezovic. He's had, after his first couple of calls... Oh.
Good take. He's almost pushed into the post there.
Nice finish. Slamming into the pole doesn't change the fact that he still gets him in.
Yeah, we don't want any more head knocks. Yeah, well, there have been head clashes as well, and all the Victorian boys seem fine. What do you have in the water down there? Just nothing but calcium. They've just got strong bones in their head. They seem fine.
Yeah, apparently so. We've got, well, Lefebvre, you can see he's got some height, but he's just such a small boy.
Yeah. Oh, a bit fumbly. Not called for replay. Didn't have control of it. Backing it in.
Oh. And an obstruction call. So they get to retake the shot. On a nice little fake over to Snipes. Oh, and a contact call. Oh, and another miss.
Oh.
And the step back, waiting for the defenders to jump.
A bit of class on that too for Ryan Norfolk. Good take. How's he getting rebounds in there? Like I said, not the size of the dog in the fight, size of the fight in the dog. I've been really impressed by his game so far. Not just his game, but his whole week.
A nice hold.
Good touch.
Oh, and Victoria
get
the throw in. You can hear the bench. Oh, struggling to find a player. They find Lovell. Vezovic along the sideline to McLeish.
Again, looking...
Oh, and good hands over from... Is it Will? Will Callahan?
Will O'Callaghan, yes, that's Will. So Will and Reed, instead of getting last names on the, because they are brothers, instead of getting last names on their tops, they just got their first names. So it's just Will and Reed.
Good
Not that we can
rebound
see
from
here.
Keisha.
Good, lovely rebound. But yeah, not that we can really see the last names from here at all, especially without my glasses because I'm going blind.
I think Victoria found their groove. It's only taking them nearly 10 minutes.
Yeah, so they've got 2 back-to-back goals. So 52-40, so out of reach now, so party time for the Victorians.
You can see the couple of the boys on the bench, Taryn King on his feet as well as Josh Lawback. Both had amazing quarters when they were on the court, out in the defensive end. On a good little fake out of court and a layup, just unfortunate. Willow Callahan grabs the scraps. And Joel Brown, with his first little impact in the game, grabs a little intercept.
Lovely touch, good positioning. Contact inside on Will Pennell on McLeish.
Oh, and a contact call, yeah, you could see that one from here. Bit of a dig into the back. And a nice finish from Keisha, finding his groove again.
And it's wide
14 goals the difference with 3 minutes 30 to go.
Lefebvre.
Yes, Lefebvre.
Lefebvre.
Oh, and a bit of a fight. I thought that was a bit of a hop.
It would be contact on Freddie.
Oh, you can hear court 4 going on. I was like, there's no one here on their feet.
Something going on court 4.
Yeah, I think we have got one of our other grand final. Oh, unlucky from Will Pennell. Had it in his hands and just dropped it out of court.
So it could go off.
I think it might be a closer game over on our other grand final.
Yeah, sounds like it. We'll try and get a score update if we can. But Victoria extend this lead out to 15, just under 3 minutes to go here in the under-17s AMMNA National Championships in 2022.
Nice touch from Josh Level. Oh, yeah, replay
unlucky.
ball.
Got to come forward.
Zach Mobilia hands over.
Good ball.
And a nice little over the top. Both defenders out of the contest. And a nice, easy score.
Really impressive, Freddie Taylor. Not just his defensive effort, but his, as a defender, bring the ball up the court.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's been an option for everyone when they've needed to reset.
McLeish, good positioning. That's McLeish, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Getting there.
He's been shooting really well today.
I like that one too. And he's shooting most of the tournament as well, from what I've seen, has been very good.
Oh, nice little tap from behind from Josh Lovell to Mobilia. Freddie Taylor just caught out of position. Lefebvre calling for it over on the other side of the court, but Mobilia gets it into Keisha.
I haven't seen all. Well, Mobilia hasn't been on for a lot of this game, maybe 2.5 quarters roughly, but he's had such a big impact. His second quarter was amazing. Very happy to see him back on the court.
Yeah, especially in that centre position. He plays the the circle defence so well, and he feeds into the circle with the goalers is just really well as, oh my goodness, I can't even hear myself anymore with court 4 going on. Victoria struggling to find a goal. I think that circle defence and a bit of tiredness is starting to wear in. Oh, nice little pass into Keisha from McLeish.
But Zach Mobilia, yeah, his second quarter, I think he had 2 or 3 touches on the circle edge, and defensive effort amazing, and he's, well, as we can see now, he's in the wing attack position, and his feeding into the shooters has been impeccable.
Yeah.
Just stuck, no one to look for. Could have been held ball. Good hold from Sam Knight.
Just held it long enough that Joel Brown was just out of the contest and couldn't get his hands to it.
And Coach Mark Gorham really working on Sam Knight's hold. He's been playing up against the bigger bodies in our men's M League, and I managed to play with him in one game, so working on his hold quite a little bit. I think he's newer to netball, so he's come leaps and bounds. Good second phase from Ryan Norfolk.
With just over 30 seconds to go, we've got 59 Victoria, South Australia 42, so it's safe to say that Victoria has taken it, but South Australia still fighting for every second, still pushing and still goaling really well.
A very high score here as well, 59 for an under-17s team, 59-43.
Oh, nice little double back from Keisha. And a nice finish. Everyone on their feet for the Victorian bench, and you can see them all celebrating now.
And and it means a hell of a lot, you can see.
Yeah, it's been a long road for these boys. I know a couple of them have been in the team since the start of COVID, so to finally make nationals now and come out with a win, the boys are going to be really happy with that. But South Australia, they've had a really strong tournament as well, beating teams as well. And even before the tournament, these boys had a really good rivalry. So good on them for coming this far and really taking it to the Victorian boys, making them work hard for it.
Like we said, I mean, on a South Australian front, I know people will be watching this live from, if you're a South Australian supporter or just the people here now, there's been so much that this team have come so far over the last 4 to 5 years in playing men's, starting in the junior academy. And I'm just going to say personally how incredibly proud I am of every single one of these boys for being the first South Australian team to make a grand final since 2015. It's an enormous badge of honour to wear. So incredibly well done. But that being said, well done to Victoria as we see the teams huddle and have a chat, maybe just a quick chat about the tournament as well this week. But what an incredible game from the Victorians. They're taking it 60-43 and just way too good.
Yeah, also thanks to the umpires as well. They did a really good job officiating the game. Didn't think it got too out of hand or anything. They let the contest go. So the boys could really perform to the best. Took
good control of the game. So in this under-17s AMMNA National Championships in 2022, Victoria 60 are your premiers over the Southern Dragons under-17s 43. Thanks for joining. I'm Lockie.
I'm Alicia.
And thanks for listening.
See you next time.
In sport, there are the elite, the ones who give their all for a place at the top. They are the ones who rise to the occasion.
The 2019 Men's Open Australian Championships.
This is exactly what we wanted, putting men's netball on the map.
There's so many people that have come before us. There's so many people that are going to come after us. But we're part of that foundation. You know, we're building it to be whatever it becomes.
You have to put your heart on the line, and you have to be a team person first.
That was not good enough to me, and you shouldn't accept it as good enough for you. Get on one-on-one.
Yeah, imagine a female then being told, well, sorry, you can't play AFL or you can't play cricket past this age. You'd certainly hear about it.
We continue to work so that no other 12-year-old boy has to hear that ever again.